Hello and welcome to New Parents in Training. So today we got this product that's been sent to us for review, and this is a heavy duty air compressor. So the maximum pressure for this one is 150 psi. You have 12 volts, 45 amp of current, and 580 watts of power output. So this is quite powerful. From the look of it, it's quite small. So let's open this up and see what's inside. There's a big phone on the top. Okay, here we go. Alright, so they have a case for this. This is quite heavy, by the way. It's 16 pounds. Okay, let's open this up. Alright, here's the air compressor. Oh, it's heavy. Alright, here's the hose and here's the gauge. Wow, everything about it looks very industrial. There's instruction manual. It looks very simple. There's not that many parts to it. You got the hose, you got the clamps, you got the air compressor here, and they have different fittings, and they even have one for the bicycle tire. From the looks of it, you need to connect to your car batteries to utilize this air compressor. Alright, so this is the product, and let me go set it up and try it out and see how this fares compared to what I currently have to fill my car tire pressures. Alright, so I set up a testing area here. This is my go-to to pump air into my tires. This is a Slime, company called Slime. They utilize the cigarette lighter port where you have to plug in. Now, but the problem with this machine is that not only is smaller, much smaller, it cannot pump all that long. And this thing will get really hot. And once it gets super hot, then it loses efficiency, and then you're just gonna have to wait even longer time to get the air pump in. Not only that, because it utilizes the cigarette port, you cannot turn the car on. Like the engine cannot turn on. You can turn on the electricity part, but the engine cannot be turned on. That means if you have like 4 tires need to be pumped, you had to pump like maybe 2 and then start your car to recharge the car battery before you pump the other 2. There were multiple times where I have to try to pump all 4 tires, and then the car battery runs out, and then I have to jump start the car. Now, in my case, I have a car battery that can jump start the car without a second car. But if you are stranded somewhere and you don't have means for somebody else to jump start for you, then you're pretty much stuck. The one that was sent to us, that one's much bigger. Not only that, you can actually turn on the car engine, as preferred that way, so that not only you don't drain the car battery, the whole battery will remain charged the whole time. So you can pump all 4 or maybe even more, as long as you can keep the engine running. So the way I test this is that my tires are pumped to 36 psi, depending on what type of tire you have. If you have the factory ones, then you can find out on the side of your car to see what pressure psi that you need to pump your tires to. Now, normally for my tires, I pump up to 36 psi, even though this CRV is good for 32 psi. I over pump a little bit so I can get better gas mileage, and it doesn't really affect the tires, and my tires is suitable for that psi as well. What I have done is to drop the psi to 25 psi, around 26 psi, and I want to see how far or how long it will take for this machine to pump the tire back up to 36 psi, and compare the two, and kind of give you an idea of what you can expect from either product. So let me plug this in and then turn on the battery, not the car. Yeah, I blown the fuse a couple of times before because I forgot to, and I turned on the car, and then it blew the fuse inside the car, and I had to change it in order to use this again. Cigarette lighter plug is plugged in, and then the car is on the on position. Alright, so this is as scientific as I can get from 26 psi to pump to 36, and then I'm gonna start the timer here, and I'm gonna start this at the same time, and all right, about 1 minute and 49 seconds. Just call it 1 minute and 50 seconds to pump 10 psi into this tire. So right now it's at 36 psi. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but it took almost 2 minutes to pump that much. Okay, so this one has a bigger gauge because it can pump more psi out. And so let's see, right now it's also at around like 25, 26 mark. And I'm gonna pump to 10 psi in here into this tire and see how far that will go. And right now I am connected to my car battery physically, not through some cigarette jack. You'll be able to use the battery itself without starting the engine as well. Just for the kick, let me show you. Right now the car is not, the engine is not on. Yeah, this thing turns on by using the car battery. So now let me turn on the car engine and then start the pumping process. Alright, so now the car engine is on, and let me start the pumping process. And here we go, and start. Alright, 48 seconds to pump to about 30, 35, 36, give or take. Okay, so I shut the engine off. Yeah, this thing is what, a whole minute faster than the smaller one, and definitely much louder, but it's more efficient. So if you need to pump air to really flat tires, and this will get it done in no time. It's only 48 seconds to pump 10 psi. Obviously, the higher the psi need to go, the longer it will take. But then this one is much more efficient compared to the other one, the smaller one. And also the fact that this thing you can have the car engine on, so that way you know for sure you're not gonna drain your car battery. And otherwise you will be stranded, not only if you have a flat tire, but then you have a dead engine that you cannot start. Anyway, so this is my review of this tire pump. This is really good for someone who drives a truck or a something that's even larger, but it is a little bit heavier. So if you have SUV truck at home, this is much suitable for you to leave it on the car. But if you have a sedan or maybe a compact car, this is a little too heavy and bulky to put inside your car. But anyway, if you have any questions, comment down below. Until next time, bye.